Okay, so is smoking weed a sin? Is it a sin to smoke weed? So, the Bible does say that every green herb was put here for our healing. It also talks about how nothing that goes into the body can defile it, but it's what comes out of a man that defiles the man. So when people talk about keeping your temple holy, you cannot refer to things that you eat or smoke as far as contributing to the holiness of your temple or even defiling your temple, because based on Peter's experience and Peter's experience on the rooftop, where God told him to go and eat all those different animals, and saying that don't call unclean what I have made clean, and also Jesus' example of saying that anything that goes into the body comes in the mouth and it goes out. It goes in the mouth, out in the belly, and out through the rear door, or through the front door, or in the case of smoking, out of your lungs. But it's what comes out of your heart that defiles a man. But now, that may be the argument that many people who smoke weed use. That it doesn't defile me, because Jesus clearly established what does defile a man. And so therefore it does not make my temple unholy, because it's my heart where the defilement takes place and where the holiness takes place. And it's technically, I wouldn't even consider it unclean, because in the beginning God established every green herb for our healing and for us to actually consume. So now let's jump into the parable. You have a headache. You go into your bathroom, open the medicine cabinet, and reach for the bottle of Tylenol. You take the Tylenol, you shake it, you take the 2 pills, pop the pills, drink a little water. Shortly after, your headache is gone. Now you can go back to functioning normally and doing things like you would normally do. Tylenols ease the headache. Again, you have another headache. The next day, you go to the cabinet, pop the Tylenol, same thing, headache's gone, you go back to functioning normally. Now the next day rolls around, you don't actually have a headache. And you go over to the cabinet, open the cabinet, take the Tylenol and pop it, and drink. You didn't have a headache, but you're taking the Tylenol anyways, just out of a habit. Then some of your friends come by, and you're like, hey guys, what's up? You guys want some Tylenol? And they all look at you like, not really. Why would we want Tylenol? I don't have a headache or anything. Oh, just checking. And then you go in there and you pop some more Tylenol. It's kind of absurd to just be popping these pills without any reason to be popping them. It's kind of silly when you look at it like that. But when you have a medicine that's put here for the healing of something that does have good qualities, that does heal, but just to be taking it for the simple fact of just taking it because it once gave you comfort or something, or it does bring a certain feeling that feels good, you have to ask yourself, why am I continuing to take this? What's at the root of this? Then I want to also say coffee. It really falls in the same category as marijuana. It's something that's outside of your body. You put it inside of your body, creates a chemical reaction that causes you to think differently. You're not thinking you're so quick and snappy until you have that coffee. Boom, your thoughts line up and you start being able to think quickly and clearly. Marijuana has the adverse effect. You're tired, you want to wind down, you smoke a little weed, or you make your tea, or whatever you want to do with your weed, and it causes your thought process to kind of calm down and brings it to a slow. People accept coffee because it has that up and it promotes productivity. People reject marijuana because it has the adverse effect, which promotes not productivity. Some people say they can function on it. Yeah, I'm sure you can function on it, but I bet a cup of coffee would probably have you functioning a little bit better. Unless you're having a headache, then you would take Tylenol. So the right medicine for the right ailment. I do classify marijuana as a medicine, but back to the coffee. If you continue to drink coffee daily, every day, you know that as a human being, you are aware that that coffee is having an effect on your body and you are growing a dependency to it. At first, you just drank it and it did something for you. But now you're drinking it more often, and if you don't get your coffee, you get a headache. Your head starts hurting. You start to get a headache. This too is the case with marijuana. You started off smoking without really needing it, but be honest, are you smoking now more than you did in the beginning? More consistently, more regularly? Do you find yourself maybe a little grumpy without it? Same thing. I don't consider coffee a sin, but I know that it does create some sort of dependency. It alters your chemical balance to the point so much so that you get almost withdrawals. Same thing with marijuana. Actually, coffee may even be stronger. Marijuana, you do get some sort of adverse effect, but honestly, after quitting for a while, you might actually feel liberated. So as far as it being a sin, to the physical act of smoking it, I would not go as far as to call it sin. But I would go as far to say you might be sinning in smoking it when you're abusing it. You're taking it and you're smoking it, but ask yourself why. And also, is it creating a dependency? Is it harming you? And here's another thing. If marijuana kind of relaxes you and calms you to relax, and you're smoking it all day long and regularly or a lot to relax, are you finding time to work for God? Do you feel charged up and ready to go to work for God? Or are you kind of just relaxing, messing around with your music, messing around with your video games, messing around with the little basketball, just kind of being leisurely after you get off work or get off school? You handled business, you finished with school, so now it's time to relax. You're off work, so now it's time to relax. Let me smoke a little bit. Now it's time to relax. No, I say no. You're off work, you're off school, now it's time to work. Let yourself not relax and start working for Christ. Apply your mind to these things of Christ. Pray. Are you finding that some of your habits are interfering with your prayer time? Do you pray? How long do you pray? 3 minutes? 5 minutes? How long do you play on your cell phone? 2 minutes? 3 minutes? Or 30 minutes? An hour? Or all night long until it's time to go to sleep and well into the night still on your phone, communing with your phone? Those playing on your phone is not inherently sinful. But let me ask you, is it sucking away your prayer time, your devotion time? Are you using your life to glorify God? Are you using your life to apply yourself to things that will contribute to your heavenly kingdom, to your future self? Right now, we are in our right now selves, but there will become a future. And your future self is going to look back at your right now self and say, what did you do to contribute to me? What are you doing to contribute for your future? And I'm not just talking about finances and financially. I'm talking about things that really matter. Spiritually. Are you eating spiritually? Are you communing with God spiritually? Because we live not by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of God. Don't let the enemy waste your time with things that may not inherently be evil, but are just as well suited for distracting you from being a hard worker for Christ, a runner who runs the race. This is a spiritual warfare, not a spiritual vacation. Smoking weed is for vacation. It's not vacation time. It's not time to play. It's time to be real. It's time to get serious about the gospel. It's time to put up our arms and fight and put on the full armor of God and be strong, not be sleep. It ain't time to smoke right now. I'm not saying smoking is evil. I'm saying it's time to get busy. You'll find some time to smoke. You'll find time to have your leisurely activities. But honestly, it's not time to play. And who gave us this weed? Who gave it to us? For what? For our benefit? Did they see that we had an ailment and they were like, here, I have something for your ailment. Take this and use it responsibly. And once you feel better, stop using it. Take this 1 time a day, 2 times a day. Take it once in the evening for 3 weeks or for 7 days. And if you're taking it for more than 7 days, then see a doctor. Did it come with instructions? No. It came with a price tag. $20 for a gram, $40 for an eighth. When you run out, come back and see me for more. They didn't tell you how to stop smoking it after your ailment is gone. They wasn't that designed. They want to make money. You are buying it. This is grass that grows off the field. If you find yourself excessively happy about cupcakes, you know you got a problem. They're just cupcakes. You are a man, or you are a grown woman, or a grown man, or a young man, or a young woman. You are strong. You will not be defeated by a cupcake. Somebody comes to you with cupcakes. Say, what's up, man? We got these cupcakes, bruh. You try to come through and eat? Yeah, that's cute. I might have a cupcake with you here and there, but I'm not about to have a cupcake gathering with you. Man, I got things to do. I ain't trying to sit around eating cupcakes all day. I'm bigger than cupcakes, and I'm bigger than weed. You are bigger than weed. We're not trying to sit around and smoke this freaking plant all day. Excuse me, but if you're called by the name of Christ, you got work to do. It's not time to play. It's time to pray. Pray. Our brothers and sisters are falling around us, being kept down. Satan approaches you with a warm, comfy blanket and a little beer and a back massage and says, just relax a little while. You already got off work. It's time to relax. Just chill and relax. Yeah, go ahead and read you a little Bible. Do a little something. You know, do a little something. Church is coming on the weekend. You'll make it there. But for right now, just relax. What about your brothers and sisters in Christ that need you? While you're relaxing, our brothers and sisters are falling. I want to urge you to put down the pipe, put down the weed, and stand up. And if you feel tension and you feel like you need that weed to calm your nerves, I want to urge you to reach for Christ and stand in the face of temptation. When somebody's giving you a hard time and you just like, man, I need to smoke because you're all stressed out, I want to urge you to pray and stand in the face of the enemy and say, I will not kneel. I will not bow. Is that all you got? That's all you got? I got more. Give me more. Give me more. Come against me with all you got, because he that is within me is greater than anything in the world. I'll take a break later. What do they say? I'll sleep when I die. This is what I want to encourage us to do. We'll take a break when we die. But as for now, let's work. Let's work. I'm not against weed, but I am against the oppression of our people. I am against the warm blanket. Take a little nap. You know what it's like when you got to get up to go to work and the blanket is so warm you don't want to get out of bed. This is the enemy saying, don't get out of bed. You really don't have to work. Antonio's working. He got it covered. You can come in a little late. He's cool like that. Jesus is working. He got it covered. There's saints working. They don't mind if you come in a little late. They're cool like that. This is the trick of the enemy. You need to come in and get with us. Come in and help us work, brother. The load is heavy. We need workers out here. The harvest is plenty. We need workers. Work for Christ, because He is worthy to be praised, to serve. He's worthy. He's holy. He's precious. He's wonderful. He died for humans. We are formed from dust, and to dust we return. And He came down from heaven to love little pieces of dirt like us. He's worthy. Give Him your life, and He will give you life more abundantly. He's worth it. He's worth more. Lay down your rest and stand up and take up arms. Read your Bible. Love your neighbor. Serve your neighbor. Love your family. Serve them. Seek God while He can be found. Don't sleep now. It's not time to sleep. Work.